Still got that beautiful slate gray, that is glossy slate gray, F4U1 from 1944. Lieutenant Ike Kepford, 1/72nd scale. I believe this was an easy model. What year did I add it to our aviation collection? Tactical Doodle.
1977.
No, I didn't have one back
83.
then. You're getting warmer. Still
14.
distant. 2014, you think?
Yeah, let's go with 2000. That's a better guess.
17, dude. 2017 was the addition. 1/72nd scale. It's a Spyderco knife review. This is that 1/72nd scale. What?
Looks.
Looks.
It's Swedish car.
Look, use the force.
It gives björg.
Look at, they even painted the handle of the shovel.
That's impressive.
$8 is what I paid for this.
Can't
$8.
believe that.
Okay, here we go. Getting to work. Stupid props on the table as always. That, by the way, is an Ament Berlin with a Nut and Fancy hands modification.
Very handsome one.
I didn't show you in that tabletop what it would look like. There it is.
Handsome.
Super cool watch. High value. And everything we're going to review right now is high value for what you're getting. I'm going to kick off the show with a 2012 TD. Circa 2012 Tenacious in blue. I think I bought this from the now out of business corner store. Think so. Blue Tenacious. G10. Super cool. This right here is a Manix 2 natural G10. It's a Spyderco show, so we're just featuring it. CPM M4. This is a Blade HQ exclusive. And you're actually going to get a 2-for-1 knife review. 2 different versions. We got 2 FRN versions of some of their most popular blades. The Tenacious and also the Sage. Show them a Sage you got there.
This is Sage.
Yep, it is. Super collectible Sage right there. Super collectible. Hey, that looks like that blue Tenacious. Yeah, kind of. It ain't. That's a collectible Sage. I bet that has gone way up in value. They didn't sell it for that long. This has S30V in it.
They don't seem to sell a lot of the are they sprint runs technically?
I don't think this was a sprint run. Those are really limited and they're hard to get. This was in their production lineup for like 2 years and then it just sold out and they didn't do anymore. They intended it to go that way and I'm glad they did it because I love it. That's one Sage. We have a carbon fiber Sage to show you out of our collection.
Those.
I think that is a peel ply carbon fiber of this Sage. Same steel, S30V. Now you guys are probably going to get confused with all the knives we're putting on the table because there is a family resemblance.
It's really tough. They don't really label all their knives.
They could do a much better job at that.
When you look at them, you go, cool, what is this? This is a Spyderco CPMS. Oh, surely it's on the other side.
Right, it's not.
Taichung, Taiwan.
They should label Sage, the year of production, and some more classy lettering. They suck at that.
Yeah.
So Spyderco, start labeling your stuff. They do it on some blades.
Having it unlabeled is like, that's what you expect of counterfeits.
Yeah,
that's one of the things.
True.
Like, does it have the model name and number?
Yeah.
And no,
because you can tell if it's a counterfeit by the way they do the lettering.
Yeah,
like if it's laser versus stamped. There you go. So, like we're saying, there is a family resemblance. Speaking of which, do people ever look at you and say you look like me?
All the time.
I'm sorry. That's sad for you. Okay, so that's a Sage, Tenacious, and now we're going to show you some FRN versions of these knives. Okay, first up is going to be the Tenacious in FRN, and get this, it's available in 2 different steels, HCR 13 MOV and CPM S35V.
Yeah, buddy.
Now that latter one will be about $100. This one that I'm going to show you, which I'm going to recommend to you guys, is $45.
So much more affordable.
Why did we whisper? Who knows? Tenacious FRN, y'all. What's the weight difference? Nut and Fancy. Funny you should ask. It's not substantial, but this is like 4.2 a normal Tenacious, and this is 3.8. Speaking of weight differences, now TD is a little bit lighter.
Gravy.
It's the formula is still Tenacious. We love it. That really awesome thumb ramp with the excellent jimping on there. The big deployment hole that you can put your zip tie in if you so desire. HCR 13. Dang it. Steel, flat ground, fully capable of cutting your hand, as I've demonstrated through the years. This one out of box, very sharp. Let's compare the grinds on these. So we have a 2012 Tenacious, and we've got this FRN one.
Look at that, you even had to write the name on it. C122 Tenacious.
Yep. This one is about the same. Maybe slightly more even on it, but labeled about the same. Again, it's one of their all-time best-selling knives.
They turn them out like none other.
Yeah, the Tenacious just cranks it out because it's high value. Comes in some really cool colorations. We've shown you some over the years. The coolest coloration, by the way, of this knife ever, and it's probably the most valuable, is a TMP prototype rattlesnake camo Tenacious, produced in 2010.
Hard to find.
I think that is the only one ever.
It's hard to find for us too, in that we have this one that I know of.
Look, it's even labeled prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat your heart out. We're not selling it. You can ask, but we ain't doing it. Volcano grip on this, just like an Endura Delica series. We've talked about a lot. We like it.
Yeah.
Liner lock is what they went for the locking mechanism on this FRN Sage. They didn't go with this one. They went with that one, which is a good choice. Same clip as before, 4-way positionable. It's a strong clip. It does not carry ultimately deep. If you would like to put a different clip on it, I'm sure there's guys that have done it. I don't do it on a Tenacious. I'll do it on like a paramilitary, a deeper clip. Nowadays, I'm kind of recommending you go with a steel clip if you're going to put it under hardware, because I've bent the hell out of these things this year in Wolverine operations. All the titanium clips, they just don't last. These do. I'll still bend these, but they can bend back pretty easily, and they're pretty easy on and off.
Yeah.
Same lockup and speed as before on the Tenacious. Pretty fast. Same thickness. Heavily milled out. Look at the skeletonization going on there, TD. Which one looks better between the blue and this FRN? Don't lie.
It's blue.
Yeah, of course it does.
Blue or carbon.
Yeah. Which one would you like to carry daily, day to day, just between these two knives?
Still probably the blue.
Roger that.
I'll take the weight penalty.
Look how cheap that is, though. $45. That's a geezer blade.
Smoking price.
This would be a great bug out kit choice because it's so light.
Yeah.
You know, it's an all-arounder, tactical blade, EDC knife, food preparation blade, nice broad leaf point flat ground. So there's a Tenacious, and now we're going to talk about the Sage, the FRN Sage. You have it over here. They went with a compression lock on this one, and we love the compression lock. Again, we've used it for years.
Yeah.
Paramilitary, military, and the Sage as well. Compression lock. I don't know where our frame lock Sage went, and we were looking for it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Super fast, one-handed, all types of interesting ways to deploy it. I just go conventional usually. Love the compression lock. And then the steel on this is upgraded. Even though you have an FRN handle, the steel is S30.
Yeah, buddy.
Same as this.
For a cheaper knife? That's awesome.
Well, relatively cheap. It's going to be about $122 for this one, which I think is a little bit pricey, if I'm going to be honest.
I forgot it was that. I thought the FRN had knocked the cost down a lot more than that.
I would think so too. I'm a little bit surprised. The steel is good. The handle is very affordable though.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure where that pricing is coming from, and it's also built in Taiwan. So it's a $122 knife built in Taiwan. Yeah. Are you as excited about it as you were?
Not nearly. I was thinking.
What about $60? Would you be excited about it then?
Then I'd be on board.
Yeah.
Because you get the form factor and the usability, but you wouldn't be risking like the collectability or any of that.
It's gonna. We'll have to see if this is collectible. I know the Sage collectors will put one of these in their collection. They have to. Yeah, it's still a great blade though. I love the Sage. I like its blade shape. 3-inch blade, leaf shape, more steeply dropped than the Tenacious.
Yeah.
Still, you can tell it's a Spyderco. You can put a zip tie in here. I don't daily carry the Sages because they're too collectible. Like this one, that one, I don't put wear on them.
Yeah.
If I start putting wear on them, then they're going to lose value. And again, we could sell these and turn them pretty quickly. Both of these. This one, it remains to be seen if it increases in value. I'm not so sure it would.
That's the thing.
FRN.
I don't know if FRN is all that desirable collector-wise, and the steel isn't anything exotic or rare. So.
Hard to predict. It really is.
Yeah, it's an unknown.
This one's skeletonized nicely. Tension wire clip, we love it. Reversible, of course. volcano grip. It's very similar to this one, right? It's very similar to the Tenacious. I already know which one you'd prefer between these two. It's not even a fight, is it?
Yeah, not really.
Tenacious all day long,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
$45? $45?
I know.
For a Spyderco. And if you want to spend more money to get the upgraded Tenacious, you can, and then you get S35. So it's actually technically a better steel than this, although I cannot tell the difference. There's your lockup. Oh, we forgot to show you this coloration of the Tenacious. We actually sold it in the web store for some time. The Tuxedo.
I love that one.
That was popular, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
Yeah, so this flew out the door when we did the Tuxedo version of the Tenacious at nutandfancybigcartel.com. And I know the question's coming. Why didn't you do those still?
Because you don't like me doing full-scale mass production coating in the shop, man.
In our shop, but now that you live in Arizona, I say go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Maybe we will. We'll see. TD does great coating. This is Cerakote on this one.
Something about the Tenacious really holds up well, too. I've noticed the resilience and the Tenacious.
Really?
Yeah. Compared to the paramilitaries, there's something about the grips on them that just latches.
Here's a persistent C135, smaller version of the Tenacious, also in blue. Let me see if I have a year on this. Oh, there it is, 1999. That's weird. Kidding. There you go. Tabletop review on the Spyderco Sage 5, by the way, with its compression lock. Little bit pricey is our bottom line on this. Everything else is fabulous. The Tenacious in 2 flavors. Actually in steel I'm talking. 8CR13 MOV. S35. Oh, by the way, they have a blue version of this one.
Awesome.
And they may come out with color versions of this. So when they do that, that mixes it up even more.
Yeah.
And it just drives collectors crazy. They love it. So there you go. Both recommended. Both great blades. Great job, Spyderco. Over and out.